Hello, and welcome back to my stables. I am the DMobo, and welcome back to Echoes of the Past. Last episode, we left off with Kyrish and Emora finally confronting each other, and Emora flying off into the swamp. Everyone, except for Bert, did not sleep very well. Now, Sage, because everyone had gone to bed, I need you to roll me a will save.
Oh, hell. Where are my dice?
Bandit! You're being picked on.
Bandit, you are on my lap. I gotta get my dice, buddy.
Mew!
I feel like I need to state this as well, just because it's funny for me for some reason. Just a thing of, yes, welcome back to my stables with the unstable people.
That's good.
That was the unstable. Stupid good. Okay. That was a will save, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's get the here. I don't think my bonuses matter because I rolled a 2 on the die.
Ooh. After hearing Kyrish and Emora squabble, you're just you go to bed uneasy, and flashes throughout your mind are equally as uneasy. You see a flash of a strange handheld tool. You see a flash of you and Kyrish sitting in some home. You don't recognize the surroundings at first. There's another flash of a camp, and you can hear the faint sound of screaming before you go to bed.
Great.
And that's going to set the tone for the rest of the session, because you all awake to somebody pounding on your doors. There's loud pounding, and the pounding is coming from all different sorts of rooms.
Question before we get started.
So it's not Korric.
Well, you'll know. You'll know when it's
You'll
Korric.
know when Korric's pounding you.
There's
I would know.
pounding going on in the rooms and the doors are shaking. You'll know.
If the taverns are rocking, don't come a knocking.
That's good.
Love it. How does everyone react?
I'm going to arm.
Panic?
Immediately arm myself. Listen to what's going on and orient what's going on.
Panic!
As Bert seems to get out of his room first, he would see Keith running up and down the hall, not even banging on just the doors, but he's just taking his fists and banging them all along the wall, and when he reaches the end of the hallway, he's running back down the other side doing the same thing.
Who the fuck has the zoomies at this time of hour?
What's going on? What's the name of this mess? You got me out here in my drawers and shit.
Emora's gone, she hasn't come back, she's always home by this time, and she hasn't come back.
I'm fairly certain she's a big girl.
No, we're not taking this lightly.
Who saw her last?
Maybe
Look
she
at
just went to the tavern.
Who saw her last? Anybody? When was the last
He
time
has
you guys saw
not
her?
popped out to the room yet, but upon hearing the muffledness of this, she's just looking at the 2 feathers that she picked up from off the ground, take them and just open the door. Well, given the fight that happened last night,
What fight?
Fight?
Emora and Kyrish had a little blowout.
Look at Kyrish slowly.
So,
Wasn't
What happened?
fighting, merely stating facts.
okay, so what happened?
She was
Such-
upset.
Why?
Because Kyrish suspected her of misdoings.
I wasn't
So-
suspecting her of anything. Merely questioning her motives.
Why would you question an ally's motives?
How do you know she's an ally?
Because she hasn't killed you.
Well, no
Well,
shit.
I mean, frankly, she could pick you up and drop you from thousands of feet in the sky and you would just be dead.
You
Well,
know,
as I
this
was-
dark character hasn't exactly killed us yet. Is he an ally of ours as well?
Garrett, I mean this in the nicest way possible. You have a way of saying non-aggressive things in a very aggressive way.
Look, I'm merely trying to question things that no one else is trying to question.
That's good. But
It's-
don't do it in a way that makes you sound like an asshole.
There's questioning, and then there's Korric literally making someone explode in rage like she did.
Oh,
Interrogating.
wait a minute. She was
That's
in
not
explosive
my
rage.
fault.
Where'd she go?
She took off.
Where? Which direction?
I don't know. She wasn't there when I went outside. I tried to follow, but all I found were 2 feathers.
God.
Kyrish, did you see which way she took off?
I seen about as much as anyone else at that table.
Well, if she's not back, we're gonna go look for her.
We'll give until the end of the day. I do have something that can help if you remember.
When she left, did she have all of her equipment?
She just got up suddenly from the table and left. Oh,
Then we have a major problem.
And he's going to unsheath a sword and he's going to toss it in the middle of the floor. This is Emora's sword and there's dried blood on it.
Where'd you get that?
where was that?
I found it, sitting in a barrel right outside the inn when I went to go for a morning walk.
Oh,
I just
God,
found it
in my
there.
coat.
How would she have left her sword?
She didn't.
Then something's happened to her. Clearly.
Yes. Sage goes back into the room, grabs your coat,
Oh, it's time to get
scarf, and darling.
Fantastic, the wannabe angel got herself kidnapped or some sort. Fine, let's go look for her.
I mean,
Try not
We
to
could-
sound too worried about her safety, Kyrish.
For real, like, it's not like she watched out over you at all when you were unconscious laying on the ground.
Look,
Oh,
I'm just saying there are
imagine-
motives behind what's actually being seen, is all.
or we could just go to a healer.
You think she's at the healers?
I think she will be at the healers if we go there. And she'll just pull out the summoning stone.
We could just use the summoning stone.
I forgot that was a thing. Out of character, forgot that was a thing. Yes, use it now, please.
Or wouldn't it be better using it at the healers where she can be healed up faster? Rather than us having to try and cart her
Indeed.
over there.
Just- let's go. With that, Bert's heading out the door.
I will follow Bert.
Safe?
Sure. Fallen Bert.
Begrudgingly so.
It's the Taylor's church, right around the corner from the inn.
You all run at full speed. Kyrish may be doing a slight little jog.
Whoa. No running. I'm riding.
Okay, well,
Sure, you have to ride.
Solus is also running at top speed, almost outpacing Rhea. And you all get to the church, and the door is
Damn it,
slightly
it goes
cracked
away.
open.
I'm gonna open it cautiously.
There's nothing strange or unusual happening, just the head priest kneeling at the altar, and a few other, what you presume to be followers of Pelor. And oddly enough, next to the head priest is Rikku.
Oh, hi, you actually made it in.
Rikku turns around. Oh, yeah, I kind of building hopped a little bit. But
Yep.
Since we're going out to the swamp to fight, I needed to pray so Pelor could lend me his strength for the day. You all look very worried and concerned, and that makes me worried and concerned. Is everything okay?
My friend Emora has gone missing. But we were hoping, given that we have this, and she'll hold up the summoning stone, that we can at least call her back, and if she is injured, the healers can help.
Are you holding up the stone?
She's going to have a tight grip on it, but enough that people can see that there is a stone in the hand.
As you are looking at the stone, you notice it is not the same shade of Emora's eyes, but it is almost a very dull blue, almost black shade of color.
Oh no.
That wasn't always that colour, was it?
No.
No. It was the color of her eyes.
Oh, fuck.
Well, why are we
We're
waiting?
safe this time, damn it.
Either she's fine, or she's
Summon her.
not.
I don't suppose anyone caught any sight of any flying winged person last night, did they?
No, she left with you guys.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
I don't have my guts.
Just use the damn stone already.
What if she summons something that isn't her?
And we
How are we going to know if we don't do it?
Carry on. And I'm gonna slowly
She'll just
unhinge.
hold the stone tight to her and be like, just need to say the name, right? Emora.
The stone was unusually cold, just like a normal stone that you pick up out of a riverbed. But when you say the name, the stone grows ice cold.
She will drop it at that point, just like,
What?
it's cold. It's freezing.
I'll pick it up.
With Sage wearing gloves, you're pretty much immune to extreme temperatures because, you're smart. You're not like, oh, there's a fire, I'm gonna touch it. But it feels like you just shoved your hand in a bucket of ice with no gloves.
It's freezing.
That's not right. Is it?
When you summoned Keith, did it get cold too?
No.
Karen?
Didn't feel anything like that.
Hold on. I could try to identify it and see if something has changed, but I don't know if that will anything.
As you put out this idea, you hear a faint sound of and it's getting louder and louder, and it seems to start north of you, and it's going around you. What? No! That's not good. And Rikku... She looks to the father, the head priest. That is the town's alarm system. That something very dangerous has appeared in the swamp, and everyone needs to take cover.
Well, hell, sounds like a kind of forte.
It rains, it pours, I guess.
When it rains, it pours.
And Rikku... usually it starts where it's been sighted, so it started in the north, so let's go! And she's surprisingly fast for being at the size of Korric, and she is going to yippity hop out of the church and start going out towards the inn.
I'll shove the stone in my pocket and follow.
Okay.
Right, guys, game face time. Let's go.
Alright.
Fight, fight, fight!
Initiative.
You run out of the gate, and you run into the swamps, through the pouring rain, through the mud, Rikku going full blast. And you stop because she stops. And she's looking out. And all you can hear is, oh. In front of you.
I know that noise.
Oh my god. In front of you, you see a large black dragon. And as it's sitting on all fours, it has its head up looking down at you. And in front of its neck, chained in an X position, her wings straight up, and only her underwear is Emora, her head hanging limp.
Oh, sorry.
I think this might be Korric's dream. Are you sure we're in the actual living world?
Korric, take us to dream with him. I like the way you dream, son.
Her hands are a little roughed. There's small cuts here and there. Her feet are also hanging limp. And beside the two is a mysterious hooded figure.
Oh, there are several people already halfway up the map. I thought we had to start down at the bottom.
He looks at you.
Stop your quest. Live your new lives. If you keep going, the Master will have no choice but to kill you this time. And that would be such a waste of his precious time.
He's already done so once to me. What makes you think I'm going to stop again?
Well,
Now,
if you leave, I'll let her go.
And he's going to...
Can we just take her, like, with the chains and all? I mean, that'd be fine with me.
Shut up, Korric. Gods be damned.
I'm just saying, I mean, we can leave the chains on. I mean,
down in front,
just hand us the chains.
down in front.
As you say this, he draws a great sword. And Rhea, this sparks something within you. This sword is very familiar. And you don't know why. And he's going to pull back. And he is going to thrust forward. Just as the tip of the sword enters Emora's stomach, Rikku screams, and you see this lavender purple hand shoot forward, pulling the arm back. He's still able to thrust forward, and Emora slowly raises her head.
As she sees this, Rhea's booking it. She is going as fast as she can.
Rikku screams again and shoots and uses her other hand, slowing the pace.
Kyrish is just sort of going through the motions, but he yells out, "Keep the blade from Emora, and I want to cast Unseen Servant."
You can see some of the cloth kind of be indented, like someone is hugging him from behind. It's not enough. He's still pushing through. And Emora looks up. I know if I would have told you everything, you wouldn't have believed me. You seem too smart to take everything at face value. Okay. So, that's my fault. And I'm sorry. Roll me, everybody. Roll me some spot checks.
8.
21 spot check.
28.
I got
13.
13, and what was the other one?
19.
Bert, Sage, and Rhea would see flashes of light on other side, a chocolate brown and a soft yellow shooting past them towards Emora.
Fuck.
What does that mean?
Okay, and can I identify the... Is it just auras?
You've seen the chocolate brown color before. Are you watching the magic auras, or are you going to turn around and see where the source of the magic came from?
Source.
I'm gonna look for the source. Yeah.
Rhea's eyes are remaining locked forward.
Okay, so Rhea, you would see the extra set of hands go towards the figure and start pulling back along with Riku's hands, and the sword has greatly slowed down. At this point, Emora is smiling defiantly at this hooded figure, and instead of coughing, she spits a wad of blood in his face. Headeast and Sage, you turn around and very out of breath, but you see Mara and Bob.
Mara.
And I knew something was strange when Emora didn't come back for her daily visit. And Mara will... She says this very confidently, very unlike her normal self. Your friend started to wake up, so I thought I'd bring him here, but I guess it's a good thing that we came when we did.
Yeah.
And they are all going to just... You can see them physically pulling back. Let's see. The sword is still... There's still a lot of blade left, but around Emora's wound, there is almost a light glow, but it seems that the glow is not entering her body for whatever reason. The robe starts to tighten a little bit and kind of start pulling back. The hooded figure glides a little bit back. Let's see. Korric, odds or evens?
Is same as what we said before, or different?
Oh, this is different. You've seen the results of your odds or evens.
Just roll a d20.
Okay.
What was it?
We'll go even.
Mind you, sorry, I was looking at it. It has a strength score of 2, so it can lift 20 and drag 100.
Okay. You said evens? The
Yes.
die came up as odds. He will dead weight, loosening the grip on everybody, and as he sinks to the ground, he will jump up and uses both arms to shove the rest of the blade hilt deep.
Healing magic is a thing, guys.
I have lots of it.
Wait a minute.
As the dice are not in Emora's favor, because not only was she prone, but she took double damage. Normally a great sword does.
Oh no!
Oh yeah. With everything going on, she's amazingly still alive.
Just write this out. So I should put 60. That.
Let me see if I can do a little something.
20.
You are also impatient.
We're all want to save our friend.
Replanning.
So, as the hilt goes in, blood is dripping from in front of her. A lot more than normal is coming out of her mouth. And she just shakes her head in a violent fashion, more blood getting on this hooded figure's face. And then you can see blood coming from the back of her legs. And as this happens, you can see a dark oval starting to appear behind him. And this is when Rhea comes in and yeets this motherfucker.
Oh, you know, this is the best part. Did he fail that?
Oh, he didn't. He planned on letting go from the beginning.
So what did he roll on the strength? Because this...
Well...
It's actually... How many he fails by determines how much further he gets pushed back.
Well, since he wasn't going to resist anyway, I consider that a foregone
Okay.
roll. So, I'm guessing it's going to be a lot more than 10 feet.
He's essentially pushed off the map.
Alright, well, as Rhea just body slams this hooded figure away, the dark oval encompasses him and then vanishes. But unfortunately, because Emora did take, let's see, what is it? 16 minus 14? Essentially, she took over more than half her health and damage. She has to roll a fortitude save.
Ah!
Oh god. And she failed.
Ah!
And... No, she's still alive, but
Okay.
she gives one last look to Kyrish, and it's... You can see that her face, it's not pleading, but it's sad. I'm sorry for not saying everything. And her body goes limp.
No. Ah! Go back!
The dragon still there?
The dragon is watching. Roll me a spot check on this dragon.
All my healing spells are like minor. Light or minor. I don't think I can heal that damage.
Anything help?
21 on the spot.
Alright.
19.
For my second 19 in a row. That's nice.
Kyrish is not going to actually notice anything at this point.
My man has guilt! 16.
19.
Damn, okay, so Rhea is the only one to notice this. She looks closer at the dragon and, just looking at it, and you notice that there's its usual dragon's eyes. There's like that small corner of white, and then there's the iris color. It's a light gray, it's a medium gray, and then the dragon pupil. You can notice that there's a small slight of panic.
Small sign of panic? She's just gonna turn around. Your master's abandoned you. Drop her and flee while you still have your head.
I don't think it's Master abandoned it. I think it's Master got yeeted.
Yeah.
Rhea, you would not be able to understand what this dragon is saying. Emora could, but she's currently unconscious and slowly bleeding out.
Guess who can?
I was about to say, Sage, are you willing to listen and translate what the dragon says?
I mean, if the dragon starts speaking and Sage is understanding it, there's definitely a moment of, like, mouth agape, just listening. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could set her free, but I haven't been myself. I'm starting to lose.
Rhea, you would notice that the light gray eyes are slowly turning into a solid black. Slow. So you have some time to do one action, whether it be move or whatnot.
He's trying to take control. She's going to
The dragon's fighting.
head on over. And instead of actually trying to fight the dragon or do anything like that, her main focus at the moment is getting Emora to safety. So she's going to try and take Emora.
You study the chains and you realize this is not going to be an easy task because she's not just tied or chained to this dragon, but the chains go around her wrists and her ankles. She is bound to this dragon and you don't know where the chains start and you don't know where they stop. Sage, you feel a weird sensation in your body.
Oh no.
As you try to help, you feel your consciousness slip.
No.
You fools! You thought you could get away with it. Oh, this'll be fun, me and my pet, destroying you all in one go. I mean, are you able to slay your own friend? Who's all looking at Sage?
Well, Bert's definitely. Well, with everything that's going on, yeah, I'm looking from Emora to Sage to Emora, and then back to the dragon.
When you look at Sage, there is an unusually evil smirk on her face. Her eyes are completely black, and she is holding a ruby necklace, and she just yeets it into the swamp to your side.
God damn it, Choco.
Is everybody ready?
As ready as we're
Probably
gonna be.
not.
The round begins with Rikku. She's going to cast Protection from Evil on Bert. As she does this, her hands kind of move in a circular motion and then expand, and she claps them together, and Bert, you feel a familiar warmth, which is relative to the protection of evil, and a lavender purple kind of mini bubble forms around you. It is Solus's turn.
Well, I don't want to accidentally kill Sage, but I don't think Solus can incapacitate anybody.
I don't know if it's the same as how it is in Fifi, but If it is, you can always choose to make an attack non-lethal.
Exactly. So instead of stabbing her with the pointy end of your stick, you can headbutt her with the blunt end.
Yeah, but he's a wolf. He doesn't have a blunt end. He can hit her, like body slammer, I guess. But that would defeat the. Well, that'd be a attack grapple. That'd be a grapple.
Yeah, no. You could easily grapple her.
Oh yeah. Just jump on top of her.
Let's try it. We'll do a grapple. That's 11.
As Solus goes to jump up on Sage, Sage happens to look over and catches Solus on the paws and manages to kind of sideswipe him out of the way. And she gives Solus a sickening grin, and Solus kind of hunkers down and whines a little bit. After Solus's turn is Keith's turn. He's going to perform Touch of Fatigue on Sage. He is going to charge Sage, a beige glow in his hand, and right before he stops running, he kind of goes into a power slide. Let's see if he is able to knock Sage down. With a net 20, yeah, I think he does. And him and Sage topple over. There's a large splash of mud. And some of it spatters on Korric and Solus, and you would be able to see her face kind of get that real drowsy look where her eyes are fluttering, trying to stay conscious.
What splattered on us?
Mud.
Mud, okay.
Yeah, just mud. Don't worry. Nothing bad. Well, Korric, it is now your turn. What do you wish to do?
So he knocked her down. He's got her pinned down? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Is she subdued? Or is it just kind of like, get off me?
She's somewhat subdued. She's not completely unconscious, but you can tell she's fighting to stay conscious. But she's not moving anywhere anytime soon.
The Soften Earth and Stone spell. What exactly is that again? Could I use that to like create quicksand and trap her in place?
Yes, you could.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that.
Alright. Korric has orange energy, and his energy seeps into the ground, almost making it liquefied. Sage is being sucked in. Once she is properly in the ground, Keith will remove himself from the mud, shake it off, and kind of give like a curt thank you nod to Korric.
I'm useful for more than just the no-no stuff.
Not much more.
Oh, that was
Saved our
mean.
friend's life.
All right. It is the dragon's turn.
Fuck, here we go.
The dragon sees Bert and Rhea standing before it. It is going to suck in, and you can see very briefly the sky. And it is a beautiful blue sky. And you only see it for a moment, because once the dragon is done inhaling, it spits out the clouds. Emora, Rhea, and Bert are all encompassed in a nasty, thick fog. Rhea?
Given that we're covered in this smoke and mist or anything, what is this doing to us exactly?
It's very hard to see. The logistics is if you are 5 foot away, there's a 20% mischance of spells, attacks. If you are more than 2 squares away, there is 50% mischance. And it lasts for 5 rounds.
Okay. And it just breathed that directly ahead.
Oh, it blew like right in front of it.
Okay. Just needed to make sure on that. Problem solved.
Well, it is a 4 square radius from it, so it would be encompassing off the map. At that point, where it's at.
Okay. Anyway, if I recall right with this kind of stuff, this will help out in a way.
Yeah.
So, I only get 1 attack at the moment. Let's see how this goes.
That green does
How
that...
mu-
Is
that
that...
means that's a nat 20. That's a crit.
Well... Wait, no. It says 19.
Yeah. Great swords range.
Oh.
A crit. 19/20.
Alright, well, confirm the crit.
Yep. Which is...
Basically, you have to hit its AC.
Okay. So basically just make another single attack and see if that works.
Yeah.
Oof. Not so good that time. 15.
Ah! Ah! You feel like you have a good sense of where you're hitting, and you feel like you've hit a major part, but sadly, it's just the inside of its leg.
You know what the funniest part is? If I had decided to rage beforehand, that would have been a 19.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's
You
see
still
how
managed
much
to
damage
hit,
it
yep.
does.
Just normal damage. Shit, alright.
Well, I might not have confirmed the crit, but at least I got maxed out.
Rhea made up for it. She was an Engie bean.
Oh yeah, no, she wants Emora back, so he's quietly just dragging this thing and being like, "You may not be yourself at the moment, but you've got something precious of mine, and you will give her back."
As your sword goes into the dragon's leg, it roars in pain. And Bert, this roar kind of makes you jump a little bit because the earth is vibrating where you're standing. It's your turn. Roll me a listen check.
17.
You manage... Throughout the roar, you hear some weird slicking noise. And right by your feet, the sword clatters. And when you go to pick it up, there's no... It is covered from hilt to tip in blood. As you go to reach for it, you see a black oval appear underneath it, and it slowly sinks into the ground. But when you try to reach through this oval void thing, Riku's magic prevents you from going any further.
Bert is going to attempt to shoot said dragon. with his weapon. Crossbow. Heavy crossbow. 17 to hit.
You managed to hit. Roll me some damage.
2 damage.
Alright.
That's right.
You shoot your crossbow and you manage to get your arrow in its body, and it doesn't even make a sound, it doesn't even flinch, it kind of just like, whatever. The dragon is unfazed by your shenanigans.
Well, it hasn't seen my shenanigans yet.
Shenanigans.
The shenanigans are gonna come.
Uh,
Sorry, everybody that gets burnt. Sorry.
hey, Kai.
Actually, as a free action, I'm gonna scream out, "Everybody get back! It's bum rum time!"
Okay, fair warning. I mean, everyone except for you, Emora, and Rhea are safe.
Yeah.
At this point. Is Sage, but she is currently half asleep in a... She's kind of submerged under some mud. She's not moving anywhere anytime soon. Only her face, hands, and feet are visible above the mud. Bert, as you are contemplating on how to fix Emora, you look up and an unsafe amount of blood comes falling from above you. Kind of hits you in the face and just kind of rolls down into your beard and whatnot. Through the mist, you can see that Emora is bleeding a lot heavier now. Around restart, and Rikku is going to run towards you, and she is going to use you as a springboard. So she runs up to you, and you feel pressure on your shoulders, and when you go to look, all you see is Rikku hopping up straight up into the air. She manages to grab onto Emora's leg. She does slip a little just because her leg is slippery with blood, but Rikku manages to keep a hold on her. After that, that is Solus's turn.
Solus is just gonna wait. And I don't think I can do maybe. I don't think any of his howls provide. Like, I don't think he does.
He's not a bard.
Still.
His howls can't do anything.
Yeah.
Alright, so we will say that Solus is crouched with a readied action.
Yeah.
We'll go with
Yep.
that.
Ready to move.
So, it is Keith's turn. He's going to pull out his crossbow. And there is an arrow already in the, or a bolt already there. And beige will cover the tip, and as the beige fades away, the arrowhead will start sparking. With his bow, he shoots. You thought it was just one arrow, but as you look, 3 arrows fly above your heads and into the dragon. The dragon is starting to look a little bloodied, just from everybody hacking at it, shooting it. And with that, it is Korric's turn.
All right. So dragon's hurt from Keith's attack, right? Pretty. He's still in the fight though, right? He's not dead. Okay.
Yeah.
We're still going at it. Okay. And the state of Emora, is she still alive, or is she dead?
You are too far away to sense. All you see is just a thick, well, the fog is starting to, fade away.
Okay. So then going off the premise that she's still alive and we can help her, I will climb onto Solus. We will move closer. Now we're within range. We can see what's going on. I'm going to cast Summon Nature's Ally 3
Alright.
and summon a, look it up, giant eagle.
Alright.
And have the eagle swoop down and grab Emora and the other Keith, no, it's not Keith, the other one, Rikku, since Riku's still hanging on Emora, and try to separate them from the dragon.
With it being summoned, there's an orange oval similar to that of Kyrish's, and a giant eagle will fly out. Will fly out of the circle, and once it does, you tell it, hey, like, you're wanting to break the chains, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I want to separate her from the dragon. So the chains, if she's chained to the dragon, then yes.
Alright. So it's gonna fly up and attempt to claw the chain apart. And it goes to swipe at it, and its talon just makes nice sparks where the chain is. After the eagle's turn is the dragon's turn. The dragon, seeing itself being surrounded, is going to inhale once again, and in doing so gets rid of the fog. Rhea, you're able to see Bert with blood covering him and blood covering the ground. You would see Sage's hands and feet kind of drooping in the air, Keith behind her loading his bow, and you would see Korric and Solus running up to the dragon. However, you realize that this is bad, because with the fog, the area around the dragon is getting warmer. Let's see. Does Rikku stay on? No, she lets go of Emora's leg and is falling through the air. As she does this, the dragon is swelling up to a great size. Korric and Bert, roll me a listen check.
27.
Damn.
12.
Bert, you're focusing on the horrific scene, kind of having your arms up to catch Rikku so she doesn't plummet to the earth. Correct, you're able to hear a slight hissing sound.
It's not good.
From somewhere far back, you realize that when something hisses like that, that usually means that something is getting burned. And when you take a whiff, it smells like burnt hair. And the dragon will lower its head, bringing Emora closer to the ground. I am going to need Bert, Korric, Solus, and Keith to make me some reflex saves.
Reflex. So Korric got 23.
Oh yeah.
Acrobat. 22.
All right.
We are quick on this, Wolf.
16?
All right. You all manage to get out of the main stream of boiling water that comes out of this dragon's mouth. And thankfully, you're not going to be a boiling pit of flesh. You each take 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
Wait,
7.
I don't think Solus does because he has evasion, which means if he would take half damage, he takes none
Takes
at
none.
all.
That's right.
Yeah, I think he does have.
Evasion's a
Evasion.
motherfucker to have.
So Solus takes no damage.
Feats. Yeah, he has evasion.
Alright, so Solus takes no damage. With Emora being so close to the ground, Bert and Korric, you're able to see that Emora is not in good shape. Her skin is starting to take on a dull gray color, and from behind her, she's kind of smoking a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And not in the good way. Rhea's turn.
Being down a bit now. She is going to try and get to an angle where she can go for the chains and just swipe at the side of the chains to see if she can break them to release Emora.
Alright. Go ahead and...
And just to make sure, bonus action to rage. Let's get that going.
Yes. Yes. So you're running in a diagonal path straight towards me.
Raging, not bull rushing.
No, I know, but running towards the dragon so she can cut the chains.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming that'd be the best angle to get it from.
Yes.
I did out of the side, but... So, let's see how this goes. Flanking, no. To show just bonus. +4 because of rage. That's a 15 on the chains, not the dragon.
You manage to hit the chains. Roll how much damage you do.
Ooh.
The weakest damage I could do. Which is still a 19.
Damn. So, your sword manages to make a good... what is it? A good cut in the chains. The hot water helped immensely because it softened the back of the chain. There might be a chance you might be able to rip it, like kind of force it with your bare hands, but if you go to smack it again, you can either break the chain or you might hurt the dragon. Or you can hear Rikku yelling as she is falling. Are you going to try to catch her or are you going to heal Emora?
Well, Jesus, this puts me in a spot, doesn't it? Because I don't want to do either of those. I want to take a 5-foot step out from underneath this flailing Korric chicken that I don't really remember.
Frog!
Oh, frog, yeah. It's a frog. It looks like a chicken, I'm sorry. I'm gonna reach out and touch the dragon and cast protection from evil on it.
You go to do so, and your magic is blocked by somebody else's magic. Your spell fails.
Stand in disbelief that my spell just failed. Now I'm mad. See, I was trying to help this goddamn possessed ass dragon, but now I'm just gonna burn him to the ground.
After Bert is Sage, who is awake and screaming profanities at Keith while he just looks down at her and sadly shakes his head. Back to the round restart with Rikku, and she is going to continue falling down. No one is there to catch her. So...
I mean, technically, there is. I think there's still a thing in 3.5. They are indeed. Reactions. My reaction is, I catch. I think it still means I need to make a dex save.
yeah, that would be a reflex save.
Yep, that's it, reflex. Let's see how this goes.
Catch
If it
Rikku.
lets me click my stats. There we go. 19.
Just as she's about to fall onto the dragon's neck, Rhea, you manage to lunge a little bit and manage to catch Rhea, or Rikku. Rikku falling from the sky. You kind of lunge forward a little bit because even though Rikku is not a heavy person, the fact that she fell 30 feet in gravity and physics and whatnot.
Oh yeah, momentum. It'd be like a
Oh yeah.
jolt.
Yeah. So, but she is safe. Your arms are not broken. She is happy and she will rush to Emora before the dragon begins to raise its neck. With that, it is Solus's turn.
Okay. All right. So the chains are weak. And is the dragon still dip low?
It's starting to raise its head, but it is still easily accessible.
Okay. Then we will try to break the chains with a full attack. Or no, which one's better? I think bite. Bite's better. We'll try to bite the chains to break them.
Alright, roll his attack.
26 plus 3. 5.
Solus goes to try and bite the chains, and he just gets a mouthful of dragon instead.
That'll work.
But unfortunately, Solus's teeth are not sharp enough to puncture the dragon's hide, so he's just kind of like, ha, stuck on it before he manages to open his mouth big enough to remove his face from the dragon. After that is Keith's turn. Keith is going to rush forward, and as he does, he's going to shoot a it's not an arrow that you see, but more of just a streak of lightning in the shape of a hand. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's aiming it right for the dragon. Does he manage to touch the dragon? He does. So he gets to roll the damage. The lightning hits the dragon in the neck, and you can hear the electricity sparking. The dragon kind of going in pain. Unfortunately, as it travels down, it hits the chains. And the chains, obviously connected to Emora, give her some damage.
Stupid Keith.
Keith's is in a lot of shit.
If he survives.
Yeah. Emora is looking very bad. Not only is she burned from the hot water, which was protected by the dragon, but wherever the chains were touching, there is now smoke coming from her flesh. And those two are now starting to bleed, along with the already gushing wounds that she has achieved. Well, not achieved, but she has been given. Korric, it is your turn.
Okay. So, what modifier is used when you're trying to like break chains? Would that be a strength check?
It would be a strength check.
Okay. I'm going to cast Bull Strength. Korric is going to leap off the back of Solus and reach up and grab the chains and try to snap the chains where it was weakened.
Alright. Go ahead, roll me that strength. 11.
Yeah.
For a halfling, you're not very muscular, but this bull strength gives you some really nice muscles, and as you attempt to grab onto the chains, you manage to move them a little bit, but it is nowhere near enough to break them. However, Rhea, roll me a spot check.
17.
You manage to see the length that you were able to cut. It kind of pulls away a little bit, and all you can see is the bottom of Korric's feet on the other side of the dragon.
Because then they've gone out of range, or it's just fallen off.
It hasn't fallen off, but there is definitely a gap between the chain that you had cut.
Sweet. So that's technically, that would be a gap between the chain would be a broken chain. It's just not broken enough that we can separate the link.
Correct.
Ah, okay.
Is what you're saying.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
it just needs one more good hit.
Korric's pulling through.
Literally, you're pulling on the chain.
Put your
Just
bone
saying.
to it, bro.
Trapped her in
Damn.
mud, trap Sage in the ground, prevented her from being killed by accident. Here I am ripping chains. Whew. Look at that. Little guy's coming through.
Next is the eagle's turn.
I will have the giant eagle attack the chain link that is now broken. We just need a gap large enough to pull her free. I will roll for that and try to break the chain.
I will say only Rhea sees this broken chain.
Okay, so I don't know it's broken.
Yeah.
You
You just know that the chains are loose.
Okay, well, we will try to break it and see what happens. 15.
It doesn't break the chain, but it manages to have its claw inside the loop. Do you
Okay.
want it to pull on the chain, or do you just kind of want to have it just release it?
I will try pulling on the chain. Give it some tension.
Alright. We'll have the two of you both roll me a strength check.
So, who's us both? The eagle
Yes.
and me?
Yeah, I will do the eagle.
Okay.
So,
So, holy shit.
alright, he succeeds, the eagle succeeds.
Oh, that okay. So yeah, you did that then. That's what just popped up then. The 21.
No, I didn't roll.
Well, then maybe that's what I did.
No, you did. Yeah, you did for yourself. So
Oh,
you
okay.
both managed to pull enough. Korric, you plant your feet on the dragon's neck and you just pull with all your might, the eagle flying backward with slow bursts. You hear a weird creaking noise. Rhea, on your side, you can see the chain. It doesn't snap off, but it finally separates. So there is a broken link. There is officially a broken link. You just now have to try and get the chain off of that broken link. It is the dragon's turn. The dragon is not happy that it is being swarmed. It is very angry. It is going to just flail about first with its one claw, which is going to be hitting Rhea and Bert. So, we'll go. Let's see. Rhea, does a 22
Yes.
hit you? Oh, okay. I didn't know if you got bonus armor with your rage.
I do not. In fact, I actually lose AC with rage.
Oh shit. Alright, well. Alright, so 3, 5. So take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
With the other claw, the dragon is going to go for... It's going to kinda scratch its neck like a cat does. Korric, does a 15 hit you?
No.
Alright. You manage to see the claw coming and you pull yourself close to the chain, flattening yourself as the claw kind of whooshes behind your back. It, not satisfied with what it did, it is going to make a wing attack first on Rikku. 15. Again with the 15s. That does not hit her. And the other wing attack on... Wait, did Bert have to go AFK too?
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm
Oh, okay. Bert, does a 10 hit you?
a what?
10.
I would hope not.
If a 10 fucking hits me, I should just lay down and die now. No. No, it does not.
You see the wing coming to smash you, and you nimbly roll out of the way.
Wonderful.
Alright, and then, as a final fuck you, it is going to try and bite Solus.
Ooh.
There's a 14 hit Solus.
No.
Alright, it goes to
The
bite...
dragons suck in this turn.
Yeah, it did not roll well. Okay, I managed to hit Rhea, that's about it.
Yeah,
Wow.
1 out of 5 attacks.
yeah, and even with hitting me, that's not reduced me to that low HP at all.
With
Not
the
gonna lie
dragon...
though, I had the worry moment there of it being like, there's a final fuck you, it's taking flight.
As the dragon goes to bite down, Solus kinda dashes forward to get out of the bite. With the dragon's turn finally done, Rhea, go ahead.
Yep, strength check is it to try and pull those apart?
Yes.
That's still no 11.
Yeah.
You are just about to pull the chains apart, but your hand slips. It is like right on the top where the link is broken, and the chain slips back to its original position. Hi, Bert. It's your turn.
Question: has the chain been undone from this fucking?
Not completely.
Not yet. Very close, though.
She's not free.
I now want.
Okay. How tall is this thing's legs? Like, would I clearly be able to run underneath it?
Oh, yeah, you can definitely run underneath it comfortably.
Well, if I could run underneath it, then I could throw underneath it.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
What
do you plan to use? I should say, which size do you plan to use?
Well, that depends. I have to look at the map and see where things are positioned. Oh, there's nobody behind it. So right underneath of his walls.
Make
Mark
them...
a large boom boom.
Where exactly?
After I back up, I'm gonna move and then I'm gonna throw it.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it probably right there.
I saw that, whatever you're doing. Little ping.
Alright. What size bottle are you using?
I'm gonna go with a big one.
You're gonna go large.
Wait a minute. Large is a 20-foot radius.
You would hit everybody.
That's not what I need. I'm gonna use a small one. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna land it right where I know it's just gonna put the ass end of the tail and the leg.
Okay.
Like directly below it's where it all comes together.
Alright, so basically it's back, legs, tail area.
Yep. And I am moving before I do that, though.
Sure, get yourself out the way. Fuck everybody else.
Well, I've never quite practiced with these bottles. Not like I made a bunch of them and just went, okay, let's go for target practice now so I know how these react.
Oh,
I have
God.
Remember, I lost my memory.
You are throwing the small bottle, yes?
Yes.
Alright, well...
Talk about splash damage.
Alright, so are you hitting it the square above Rikku or 2 squares above Rhea?
I am putting it right there.
You set this fuse, you throw it, and it lands right underneath the dragon. Everyone else looks at each other like, wait, that was the famous bum room? Okay. And then all of a sudden, there's an explosion. And glass is going everywhere. You see shards going into the dragon. You see flaming shit hitting the dragon. Let's see if the dragon can dodge everything. Nope. Nope. So the dragon has not only been pierced by the glass, but now there is flaming piles of poo on it. Unfortunately, Rikku is so concerned about getting Emora out, she doesn't see this until the last minute, so let's see if she escapes. She escapes the glass. She somehow manages to escape the fire, however. Fire spreads easily. There's one person that can't make that save. Bert, roll me your damages.
I've never wanted low numbers more in my whole entire life. 4 for the glass, 4
Okay.
for the ship. God, I was... couldn't have gone fucking ones.
The dragon just takes a step back in disgust and just in pain. As it does, you see Emora getting... She's not engulfed. But this poor woman has been shocked, burned, stabbed. Well, burned by water. That's fine, but now she has been set on fire.
Good job.
Hey, life's the shit sometimes.
Rikku, being the closest, she just stops. And she turns to look at Bird with a horrified look on her face.
How did I friend the poor Claire? My shit bomb.
It's not because of the bum rum. This look is a face of, did you actually do that? This is the look that someone would give a monster.
Oh, so because Emora's still up there and fucking yeah, okay, whatever.
Sage is still in the ground. You can hear her faintly yelling. You don't really care about her right now because she is subdued. You can deal with her later. It is Riku's turn. And after looking at you, she runs up to Emora. And she touches her. And she's opening an eyelid, checking her neck, putting her ear up to Emora's mouth. And out of rage, she punches the dragon, which doesn't really do anything. Rikku is going to glow a lavender purple. And this is a very strong lavender. This isn't opaque. This is misty. This is... I need to... Like, this is life or death. Let's see. Let's see here. She is going to do her best. And the purple glow will envelop Emora. She barely manages to keep Emora alive. And after doing this emergency healing, there is now a look of... Rhea, you would also see this as she turns. There is a pure look of hatred upon Riku's face as she looks at Bert. It is now Solas's turn.
Okay. So we've pretty much killed Emora.
Almost.
Almost.
Bert put her at 0.
Shit. That's not good.
But Rikku managed to bring her back.
I could try to trip him. He got a 6. Damn it.
He tries to bite the dragon in order to try and trip him up, but the dragon's leg is just too large for Solas to handle. And Solas kind of just angrily just does a bitch palm at the dragon's leg, just in spite. It is now Keith's turn. Keith is going to run up and he is going to coat his... Wait, does he have enough spells for that? Oh, yeah, he does. He is going to run up and coat his rapier, and he is going to charge the dragon. Boop. And he's going to stab it.
Pokey pokey time.
Holy shit, he manages to hit. He manages to stab the dragon in the leg, and electricity is running up and down it. Thankfully, it does not hit Emora this time because it is too far away from her to do anything, but the dragon is finally just kind of it's not moving all that much. It falls to its knees, but it is still up for a fight. Korric, go ahead.
I will attempt to stab the dragon.
Alright. You may want to get a
With-
little bit closer, though. Unless you're intending to throw your spear.
No, I'm not going to throw the spear. Yeah, I will move to its left. My left, its right side.
Okay.
And then I will try to flank it with my spear. 7. God.
7, what's your strength mod to it? It would be that +4 still, right?
Yeah, because I have +4. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So 11.
you try to go for the side, but your short spear kind of just pinks off the side of it. Like, nothing really happened. Like, you kind of just, like, poked it with your finger. It is your eagle's turn. What do you wish for him to do?
Attack the chain.
Alright, back at it with the chain.
14. Yeah.
Very
That's better.
nice. Plus that 7 makes it a 21. He manages to claw at the chain, and between the fire and the boiling water, the claw manages to go through the chain.
Finally.
So, there is now 2 broken links, one on each side of its neck. But now it's the dragon's turn. The dragon is tired. It just wants to be rid of you all. And is going to try and eat Rikku. Oh, that's a hit. That's a hit.
Bye, frog lady.
Oh god, are all the NPCs gonna die this mission?
I don't know. Did Keith die?
I don't know, but I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna want his ass for kind of electrocuting Emora. Rikku, take the hit! The dragon comes down. Rikku is still trying to get to Emora, but she doesn't realize that the dragon is coming for her, and she is... You all see the dragon's head come down and just envelop Rikku. She's still alive because you can hear her screaming from inside the dragon's mouth. So Rikku is now in its mouth. So yay. After the dragon's turn, Rhea. What would you like to do?
Move up to keep up, and now that's all I can say. I want to. Actually, no, I could technically do both. Bonus section. Let's see if we can get that link gone.
Alright.
So another strength check.
Yes, ma'am.
23.
You finally managed. You don't know if it was because it was weakened from all of the heat it's been subjected to, but you're not going to question it. You finally pull the chain apart, and this releases. You can hear metal tinkling as the chain starts to loosen, and you hear a soft thump.
Someone get her to safety.
And
With her main action, given that she's just seen Rikku be going to the mouth, she's going to do the smart thing. She's going to make a greatsword slash at this thing's neck. Because if Rikku does get swallowed, if she can make a neck opening, Rikku will just fall out.
alrighty, roll me an attack.
21.
Yes, that hits.
And damage roll. Let's hope it's good. 20's good. 20 damage is good. I'm not going to argue with 20.
The dragon's neck is split open. Blood is pouring forth, and it roars in pain and just it lays its head down and trying to kind of close its wound, and Rikku topples out of the mouth, kicking, flailing, and screaming. And when she gets out, she is still kind of like kicking this thing in the teeth. Bert, it is your turn.
Is she all freaked out and still screaming? And
Yes. Her clothes are tattered. There's blood on her everywhere. And she's basically prone because she hasn't had her turn to get up yet.
I will move to her and heal her.
Okay.
Do I have to do a touch attack on her?
For healing, no, you just have to touch the person.
Cure moderate wounds. 16.
Very nice. She is
Serve damage.
right as rain. You manage to heal her, and her wounds close up without any issue, and she is kicking and punching this dragon's mouth with a lot more force and energy. Speaking of, it is her turn, and she will collect herself and get back up to her feet. So, with that, it is Solus's turn.
He's gonna, I don't know, bite that leg again.
Alright.
Running out of ideas for him.
Yeah, against a dragon,
Yeah,
it's hard.
can't do too much.
Alright, we're gonna move him up here.
Scared.
Alright, roll me that bite.
16, maybe. It says rolling dice. Hold on. Maybe
Oh.
it's not. Maybe it's 6. 4, I guess. Okay, never mind.
What's his strength modifier?
3? I don't know.
So this comes up and goes to bite a smaller, use a smaller section to bite, but his teeth are not able to puncture the leg scales. Keith is going to come up, and he is going to stab the other side of the head that Rikku is standing at. With a normal sword. Well, with the normal rapier. Does that hit, though? No, that does not. The sword will bounce off of the facial scales. It is Korric's turn.
Alright, Korric will see what his spells are. Try something. So we got her free, right? Like, she's safe now?
Yeah, she is face planted in the ground, well, in the mud, covered in her blood and dragon's blood.
And she's alive.
Barely.
Just hurt.
Barely.
Barely alive.
Barely
Alright,
alive.
I think I will attempt to make her alive.
Yeah, the sword kind of holding in all her lifeblood kind of fell out a while ago.
So she's bleeding profusely.
Oh yeah, she's been bleeding profusely, and then she's been shocked, and then set on fire,
Yeah.
and then she's just having a very hard time.
Did Bert's moderate heal wounds didn't do well, or did it do well?
Rikku healed Emora not for very much, but Bert did spectacularly on Rikku.
Okay, so he healed Rikku. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then I will do cure moderate wounds on Bird Girl. What's her name? Emora.
Emora.
I was like, I'm drawing a blank. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I will cast moderate cure wounds on the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, that would suck.
19.
Very nice. Alright, so 19 and 2 make 21.
He's got more health than Goombert.
We're not going to talk about Bert's health right now.
Alright, you see the laceration. Well, you can't really see a whole lot because she is covered in blood, but she feels a lot naturally warmer than she did a few seconds ago, and her breathing is still shaky, but at least you can feel her breathing this time. After Korric is now the dragon's turn. Or, not dragon, the eagle.
Okay, so we've healed Emora. She's got a good amount of life left in her.
She's stable.
She is stable. And the dragon is still a problem. So I will have the dragon, because isn't there neck wound?
There is multiple neck wounds.
I will have the eagle attack the neck wounds. A neck wound.
Alright, roll an attack.
16.
Very nice. It manages to hit. Go ahead and roll me that damage.
6.
The eagle sees the large wound already there, and as it flies toward it, it takes its claw and rips it along there. The dragon gives out a final cry before collapsing onto the ground. Who is fast enough to save Emora from the impending crushing of the dragon?
Rhea, throw me!
But don't tell the elf.
I can't, it's not that certain day yet.
Shut up. I am scared for that day, okay? I am the shortest motherfucker. We'll start with Rhea, since they did not get to do their turn yet. Along with Bert.
Reflex?
Dexterity. Because it's more based on agility-ness.
Okay. Nope.
You...
Nope.
you are coming down off of your rage, like, oh, finally it's dead, and then as you see the dragon fall. Bert, go ahead and roll me a dexterity doohickey.
A 12.
You manage to run down and you pick Emora up, but she's slippery and she's very heavy for you. So you're slowly kind of dragging her along the mud.
I was going to say, can I make a strength check to throw her out from underneath the thing? If I was fast enough to get to her, can I just grab her up any old way and just sling her out from underneath the dragon?
I don't think you could, because she is unreasonably heavy for a winged elf. You don't understand how she's so heavy.
I mean, going off the idea of if it's going off a group reflex thing, depending on how the others do, they may be able to help get her out.
I was gonna say, would Solus and or Korric see the struggling bird?
Oh yeah.
All right, Korric. We'll have you do a strength check to help Bird out.
Ugh. Hey, 15 plus the whatever I got, plus 4.
All right, so
19.
you and Bert manage to pull Emora safely out from the dragon's fall. As the dragon finishes falling, the edge of Emora's feet are 2 inches away from the dragon's neck. So as the dragon falls, there is a small bright light that comes from within its chest, and it shines above the party. As promised, this is the one time I will roll out of roll 20.
Oh shit.
This is where your numbers come in place. 5 is not here.
Reroll.
Oh,
1, who is 1?
I don't know. I think it was me.
Well, whoever 1 is,
I don't remember.
it's alright, because whoever 1 is going to be missing from Adventure Time chat.
oh shit.
Hello.
What? Oh shit.
Welcome. This is a very important moment for you. If you remember, I had made you all write a backstory for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a little tweaking myself. You seemed to blink because that bright light was so bright you had to close your eyes. When you open them, it's like you're floating in a room. You see a land filled with hills. This land is named Asgyria. You see a temple, and as you near it, you see there is a baby, left in swaddling. Time flies by as years come and go. You had observed, and you learned from many of the priests coming and going. However, there came a time where this young man longed to be free of the gods that were worshipped at the temple. With the blessings of the priest, this young man left to find adventure. Along the way, this man lived a wealthy and fulfilling life. This man And getting a closer look at his face, this is a younger version of you. You learned a place named Ardnog, and you sailed there, hoping for a more exciting life. You had traveled to Brolk, home of all the gods and goddesses. At first, you were very excited, and you went around to the different places of worship. You felt most at home at Farland's Crossroads, as that god is basically, you travel their own path. After being there for a while, the leader of that clan, Nagu, had granted you an odd golden amulet twisted and curved with not a distinct shape. Not long after that, you began seeing the various priests, and it reminded you of home, so you traveled to the snowy town of Leigh, where there was no major religion. As you settled in, you go closer to the town, and you see not only yourself, but you see Korric and Solus there, along with another man and a white wolf. This man is blue, and upon hearing your conversations, you know this man is Mushu, and his wolf known as Cricky. You see these guys become best friends, and unfortunately that adventurer's itch, it got to you, Korric, and Solus. The three of you had said goodbye to Mushu, hoping that one day the one of you would reunite. The three of you traveled to Gula, as there was a notice of a quest being hosted by the king. They met up with a bunch of strangers, and you all became friends. There was an elf with lime green hair. She was Rhea. A golden man with glyphs around his head, he introduced himself as Kyrish Stormwing. There was a gray-skinned man named Pete, who was oddly half goblin, half troll. And then a human named Sage. You thought you had recognized Pete from someone back in Leigh, but it wasn't Pete himself, but it was his clan. After traveling for a couple weeks, you decided to come up with a name for all of you. Gondra. You couldn't think of a rule team name, so you went off with personalities. And funny enough, you thought you would be funny, so you took the personality of Drunk. After your quest in Gula, you traveled to Leigh, Ilia, Theme, and Brolk. Even though you came from Leigh, a lot had changed in the months prior. Leigh had been taken over by some dark force. You went to see if Mushu and Cricky were okay, but they weren't home. But it was weird fighting the living. It did not make you feel good watching this, but it was justified since they were on the side of evil. After being home after so long away was nice, and you were quite pleased that the vodka had increased its quality. You left a letter for Mushu, and you left with everyone else. You traveled through the snow, and you crossed into the foresty area of Ilia. It was a pleasant elven town until something was tickling you, something was bothering you, and you realized it was an illusion. Once you broke the illusion, the beautiful elven town just turned into just sad, destroyed, burnt homes. This really hurt Rhea, and you felt guilty. But you watched your past selves, your past Rhea reassure the past Goombert it was not his fault, and she was thankful for the truth. You were delighted to see the loved ones of a friend had survived. And in the tavern you enjoyed great song and better drink. However, just like Leigh, it was time to leave. You left the forest and entered almost into an orangey landscape. The town of Fame was a disaster. As you were entering the town, there was a small army, and without thinking, you all started fighting. You saw your past self exuberate this holy magic, and it destroyed the weaker undead in one spell, while his friends took out the stronger ones. Your war cries in the din of battle drew out some of the townspeople, and surprisingly they joined in the fight. Their leader was a Chew, of half-orc and half-human monk, and he thanked him to no end. Sped time up for you, and once again, time stopped when the party took to the roads again. You have returned to Brolk, but this time for business. The party needed holy equipment, and you figured this was a place as any for a few days to unwind. When they got to the city gates, they were celebrated heroes and welcomed with open arms, and you stayed at the Bubbling Inn. You went to Ali Damara's house for a good drink, and you drank a cask of rum, because why not? The whole establishment witnessed the terrible reaction, and you saw your past self shat all over the floor, earning him the name Goomy. Your past self was embarrassed, but over time just earned up to it. A few people had helped you clean up the mess, but there was a bottle way too close to a candle. You reckon your current self recognized these fools as the guards that first greeted you. Those guards knocked into that table and caused the candle to collide with the bottle. When the flame made contact, the bottle exploded and fiery poo went everywhere. The head of the establishment, Dawn, and you saw yourself come up with a business opportunity. You heard your old self name this explosive accident Bum Rum, and you sold the remaining bottles to the city of Brolk to keep the city protected. You had gotten your gear, and it was time to move on. You traveled to Misa. This was your last stop before entering the Dark Ruler's domain. This land was just completely dead. The grass black, the trees shriveled. You moved through the town where people didn't really come out to greet you. You saw a large tree that was splintered down the middle, and you felt there was nothing you could do with it. Kyrish was usually a stoic fellow, keeping his true emotions to himself, but under all of that, you could tell he was hurting inside. The glyphs slowly going around his head. You see the party encountered a horde of undead at Misa, and of course, being very well versed in this type of situation, you destroyed them without a problem. You see the party destroy the horde, and just as you do, there was a hooded figure that knocked everyone unconscious. You can see that this hooded man was not the same as you met not but 30 minutes ago. You see yourself waking up, and when the scene focuses, there's a dead but smiling Rhea. Your past self drops to his knees weeping and startling the party awake. Through his tears, but through your present clear eyes, you watch Sage wake up, stand, walk a few paces, and fall on her knees. The next person you see is an annoyed Kyrish walk over and check over Rhea. And he sat down and silently wept. You saw Pete wobble over toward Rhea and heard that heartbroken scream. Through Sage's begging and upon a group vote, because that's how you always done it, you all agreed that you would try to bring Rhea back. However, at that point, you weren't that powerful to do it by yourself, even with your blessed amulet, to do it yourself. You went to the cheapest cleric you could find that would assist, but his business was too close to a stable. Your past self thought he was fine because he's been taking his medicine. You see the party focus their magic, you being the main source, but Korric holding onto your right, Kyrish holding your left, Pete holding Korric's, Sage holding Kyrish's, and another Illumian. And you hear your old self say, "You ready, Oppo?" And the man nods. As the spell was near completion, you see the horrific scene as your old self sneezes. Rhea did come back to life, but as a centaur. Realizing that her horse was gone, but not really. Rhea had been fused with her own horse, and you remember Rikku saying something about body fusing or body fusion. Your old self just hangs his head in shame. You could feel the guilt waltzing off of him. And the only way that he could cope was to turn to the bottle. However, your old self came to realize your abilities were actually stronger the longer you stayed buzzed, but they decreased when he was either too drunk or drink at all in the past few days. You watch the party emotionally recover. You all become stronger. You race forward in time as the party reaches the Dark Lord's castle, and you initiate the final battle. However, the scene starts to fade. And when the scene refocuses, you don't know what happened, but you only remember your name. As this bright light fades, you don't feel yourself floating anymore. And as the light fades, the scene gets clearer. Back to the swamp.
Hey, you're all coming back.
Yes. We have returned.
Oh my God.
That's good. We were gonna just leave everybody here and just leave a note, say we went back to town.
We were going to wait, but unfortunately, Korric needed to get his rocks off.
Yeah, couldn't wait any longer.
I am going. Oh boy. So I need I need to get components of this here dragon, like dragon tooth, scales.
So here's my question about this, Choco. How long did this take in our time? Was it like an instantaneous thing that went to him, or was he stood there, mouth and eyes wide agape for a while?
I would say it would be instantaneous, but when he came back, it would be... You know how you've been getting those pains and those tickles?
Oh yeah.
This would be if someone decided to, punch you in the back of the head. This having all your memories flood back at once.
I mean, given how Rikku felt about him after the bum room incident, are we sure he didn't get punched in the back of the head?
Well, now I know something you don't know. Question is, how am I going to tell you?
Well, you just tell us, because beating around the bush isn't exactly your forte.
Now that's yours.
Exactly. You got what I was putting down.
Okay, so Rhea, me and you need to go have a coffee.
Ooh.
'Cause I don't know how to even say this.
Who say?
Ah, fuck it. Give me a bottle. And Bird is going to sit down, uncask, flask of whiskey. Whiskey, not rum, just whiskey. And he's gonna produce 2 cups out of his pet. 2 or 3. Well, how many are there? 4?
Can we do this later or on the move? Kind of got Emora.
Sit down right now, right here, and we're gonna take care of cooking up. Or you're gonna hear me out, by God. Have a drink because you're gonna need it.
I can drink on the move. Emora needs help.
Would you want to loot the dragon?
Of course, I'm gonna live.
Oh, yeah.
I'm cutting his teeth out, his heart out. I want his
Yeah.
brains. I want scales.
Taking spleen, anything. If we can sell it, it's of value.
If he's got fucking,
We're bringing it all home with
taking
us.
those motherfuckers too. I'm gonna make a backpack out of his nutsack and call it nutsack backpack.
Oh
I'm gonna wear dragon nuts as a backpack. Give me my book bag.
You would see where Rhea and the eagle have ripped open the dragon's neck. The blood is awfully shiny over there. Do you investigate?
Absolutely.
Well, there is a chest.
Oh.
And you would reckon that when you open the chest, there's about 5,000 gold pieces in this chest. Other than the chest, there are a few loose scales. There's about 10 of them.
I would like to take them if I could.
What I'm listing now is all up for grabs. However, underneath the scales, you see a collar.
I'll investigate that some more.
You pick up the collar and you kind of connect it to both sides, and you hear soulless bark. And Korric, you would get this feeling of possessiveness coming from soulless.
Okay. I think the collar should go to Solus, because, I mean, I don't want to put a collar on you, Bert. So,
You sure?
I mean, there's other things we could use with the collar, but I think, given the event that we just had, maybe we should just give it to Solus. I mean, I'll use it later for other purposes, but we'll get there.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't. Sure, whatever. I don't have a dog. I don't care. Wait a minute. What? Wait, is the collar on? I'm casting detect magic.
This is an enchantment on a wolf collar.
All I can tell you is that it is magical. Here's your collar for Solus.
Nice. Thank you.
You got
And-
some plain.
Underneath some more scales, there's a pair of pants. This...
Do they magically stay on? Because I think those would be Korric's.
Oh my
The
god.
magical. Would that be a cursed item for Korric? Just magical chastity belt?
It is. It's a small set of chastity pants. Can't take them off. Oh.
That poor
Oh,
druid.
that would be horrid.
That would be horrid. That would be so evil. You would definitely lose an alignment change for that.
Yeah.
But these do not fit any of the men in your party. You think it might fit on Sage, but they're a little too slender.
Ooh, we'll try. She can't move anyways.
Oh my god. Korric.
You got a fucking point. He's got a point. She can't move. Oh,
This
if
might
you
just be a hunch I
violate-
have on Sage, but I don't think she'll let any of you guys near her with that.
I'm just
Well,
telling you.
It's a
like,
good
if you
thing
violate-
she can't object right now.
Oh my god.
You can still hear the faint yelling of the Dark Ruler just in the distance, screaming at you. You can't understand the language, but you can probably guess it's nothing nice. However, you... Let's comment! Oh my god, that's beautiful. I'm sorry. But you would notice that this type of style of pants matches the shirt that Rhea is wearing.
So you're saying
Rhea's not looking over at that. 'Cause
Yeah.
She's still like just doing the tippy tappy thing on the spot, so just like, we need to get it. Safety.
Hey, Rhea. I don't want to insult you or anything, but these pants kind of match that shirt. Match that shirt, sorry. But I don't know. Here, just you can deal with them.
What?
And I will handle them. I will handle them too.
Do these look familiar?
Yeah, considering that they are the same color palette and fabric looking as the shirt that you're wearing.
These might be. These might be from where I'm from. It's the same kind of style.
When I look at them, do they fit in my memory?
You would definitely remember Rhea seeing these pants.
These used to be when you had 2 legs. These used to be your pants.
And that guy, when I saw him earlier, the sword he had, that also looked familiar.
Now, where did that sword end up? It went through the portal, right?
Yes, it disappeared.
Wait, did that motherfucker kill me?
Motherfucker.
I let a bitch like him kill me?
Look. No, wait. All right, guys. I'm fucking overholding all this shit in my head, and I'm fucking drunk enough to just spit it out. So hear me. And for the next however long, Bert just spits out everything he fucking remembers.
Alright, let me pull your,
meanwhile, Emora's bleeding out.
Oh fuck, is she not healed yet? Who the fuck is not
She's
healed?
been stabilized, but...
Time and a place, Bert. Time and a place.
Motherfucker, I can heal her. You just
Walk it
gotta
up.
shut up and listen to the story. I'll heal her. Hold on a second. I'll go over there. I'm gonna cast Cure Moderate Wounds.
Oh, well, I will give the rundown. Basically, Bert tells you of how you all... Well, even before that, about he wasn't even from here. He was from a different area. And he had stayed in Brolk before meeting any of you. Then he left for Leigh, where he's met Korric and Solus before, along with 2 other people. You have no idea what they mean. Then how he and Korric traveled to Gula and met the entire party. And that you named yourselves Gondra off of your personalities, and Goombert took the title of being drunk. So he is the D in Gondra.
But Gondra isn't us trying to send ourselves a message with Dragon. Gondra is, as everyone's been saying, Gondra is us.
It is us.
That's good. I thought it might have been gonorrhea.
Jesus Christ. Oh, here we go. Honorable civil age. Yeah, well, you know.
Well, I mean, you never know.
Coming from you, you've had them all.
That still doesn't make sense.
That's why I heal myself.
Gondra is 6 letters, and we know that there was a 7.
Maybe we dropped a letter when they we dropped them.
Possible.
Who was the last person? What was the letter?
You don't remember there being a 7th person, Bert.
Where do you figure we got a 7th person at?
If there were 7 energies on me for the resurrection.
I haven't gotten there yet.
I see what you're saying. 7 energies. Are you talking about when? Okay, so what have to happen?
You want me to skip to the good part?
Which we was all feeling. No, yeah.
Alright.
It was bad, guys. Like, things happened and spells. I fucking sneezed, man. I fucking sneezed. And I'm just gonna go on to keep babbling the drunker I get. And then, yeah. I fucking sneezed. I'll just keep saying it over and over again.
I'm like this because of a sneeze.
Isn't that funny?
Well, no, you're like that because god dang the magic shop healer doodad motherfucker was too close to your stable, see, and your horse. You and your horse was real close, and the energies they mixed, and I sneezed. And
I got a horse? Oh God!
you're now
God, you're not a centaur.
you're now fused with your horse. You have become one with it. You guys are so close that, yeah.
God.
So no, not because of my sneeze. Surely not. Maybe. I mean, it could have been. Maybe.
I'll deal with this. I'll deal with this information later.
Can I just tell you that I really am good? And now I have allergy medicine, so it could never happen again.
Let's hope it doesn't happen again. I'd rather not die again.
And I'd rather not have blood all over me. Here we are.
That just makes it sound like you're going to kill me.
God. Oh.
Wait. I think we're all skipping over the biggest thing here. You've got your memories back.
Oh yeah. Weirdest damn thing. I don't know what happened with this dragon, but something.
Kill the dragon and you got your memories back.
Shit, I hope we don't have to kill another one for somebody else's memories. That was a lot of damn work.
That was, although to be fair, we were.
We
also
could just
trying
throw
to
Pete
keep
at it.
people alive.
Hey, you don't talk bad about Pete. I'll tell you what, Pete was there when you fell in that one time with them.
The one time that I don't remember.
You fell into that bad pit, you know, that stunk real bad like the ocean. You were complaining about it.
I know, I've fallen in plenty of pits.
And Pete got you out of that there pit. He was a true friend.
You ever smell the inside of a frog, Lenny?
You, oh my God. Fucking pukes everywhere.
Can we go
You
fight?
have just made fucking, Bert barf.
Can we go fight Can we go fight turkey feathers again to get our memories wiped again? I kind of need
Right?
that
I
wipe
can't
from
unsee that
existence.
shit. The dark, slimy hallway of the
Oh gosh, they make it
frog
worse.
maiden.
Let's
Look,
make
man.
up. Wait, guys, we,
Oh.
we may have forgotten something.
Bert, as you say that, you're gonna feel a rock hit you in the back of the head, and Rikku is just
Ow!
glaring at you.
I'm sorry. I'm fine. I'm fucked up. I can't help it. The drug we've filters be damned.
She is slowly dragging Emora to Sage, and
Oh,
she's
by the
gonna.
way, I did 9 points of damage. 2d8 plus 3, so 9 and 3, yeah. 12, so 12 points of damage, or healing damage. Healing to
Woo, she's half
Emora.
health.
Now, maybe, can I please ask somebody around here to heal me? Because if you ain't noticed this big ass gash in my side, I was
I
down to 5 hit points out of 12. I mean,
I can't heal people. Not magical. That and we kind of ran away from the healers in a blind panic when we had the horns, before we could even buy any potions.
well, now we have coin to buy potions.
I mean,
More's gonna be good, right? And
I hope
yours
they
is
accept
like,
dragon parts over naga parts.
well, no, I didn't say we was done out here. I'm not just going back like this. We got to find a way into the swamp to find there was a necklace that got thrown, and it was over this way.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
We should search for that. I'm gonna go to where I think the necklace flew and search.
If you don't mind, then while you're doing that, given I'm the fastest of us, Rikku, do you mind?
No, not at all. And
She's gonna.
I was gonna say she's gonna help you get Emora onto your back.
Yep. If you make it back to the town before you go looking, I'll see you at the healers. She's gonna take off not at her top speed because she doesn't want Emora falling off or getting hurt, but at a fast enough speed.
Rhea, as you run off, you can feel the blood still oozing a little bit. Unfortunately, being dragged through the mud kind of cleaned her top half of said blood. And you have a sense of familiarity, almost true sympathy, as for whatever reason in the back of the mind, your first thought is, I know how you feel. And there's a small cough, and she whispers, is everyone else okay?
Physically, yes. I mean, Bert probably needs a bit of healing, but he'll be fine. Mentally, when will we ever?
And she will kind of give a... It's not forced, like she doesn't want to, but more forced because she's just, well, she's been through a lot. But it's kind of like a sigh. Well, at least you did it.
We did it.
I hope Kyrish understands.
Emora, Try not to talk. Save your strength. We'll get you back.
You will feel her nod and kinda not slump over in pure consciousness, but enough of rest. And we will do a little switch back to the ones that are looking for Sage's necklace. Who is all searching for that?
Me.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess I'll help.
Alright, you two roll some search checks.
Search check. $15.
17.
You're looking around the general area, and Bert, you miss it the first chance, but Korric, you are able to see a faint red thing underneath the murky water.
I go up to and investigate it. See what it is.
It is, in fact, the necklace. And it's very wet, and it's a little muddy, but it is thankfully still intact.
I take it back and put it on Sage.
Sage's screaming will slowly stop, and her eyes will go from black to her normal dark color, and she will kind of just, there's that look of, what the hell? Before she kind of goes unconscious herself. Rikku will come over and she'll motion over to Keith, and he will shyly kind of come with her because he knows that he has also partaken in the worsening injuries of Emora. And they will begin with their clawed and webbed hands begin to dig her out. And after a few short minutes, they will free her, and Keith will get Emora onto his back. Korric and Bert, what do you wish to do? Are you going to return to the town? What is your plan of action?
Yeah. Go back to the town.
As the other party members make their way back to town, Rhea is already within the city limits. She is entering the church. After the signal had stopped, people are coming out of the church, but quickly get out of the way because they don't want to get run over. And they understand why. They are not used to seeing someone... They're used to seeing either dead or alive. They're not used to seeing someone on death's door, so they quickly make way. The head priest starts to work. The journey back to the town is uneventful. Most creatures will stay away from the immediate area where a larger creature, let alone a larger noise, comes from, because if it's bigger than you, it's going to kill you. Back at the inn, Mara and Bob are sitting at a table. Mara having an envelope in her hands, Bob a stone in his. the innkeeper coming out with kind of wiping his hands and smiling and giving a reassuring nod. And in a corner, facing away from everyone, just looking out the window, there's Kyrish, with a mug in front of him, sitting there, with a troubled look on his face. And that is where we are ending tonight.
Nice. I gotta run.
Alrighty.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Alright, bye!
Alright.
See ya.
Right.
Alrighty, so... Unfortunately, he will not be able to do favorite thing of the session, but...
Level up? I mean, oh, you're talking about, yeah. Our favorite part of the session.
Yes. Yes. Favorite part of this session.
It is time for the Saturday night geek out.
Yes.
Okay. Mine's got to be my memories. Hands down.
I am not gonna lie, I can't wait for the video to go live so I can see what those are myself as well. I know that Chocobo said, but I want to see the live reaction.
It was too much. Like, how do you? I immediately started drinking when I got back. Like when I came out,
Like-
I immediately started drinking. I grabbed a bottle before shit happened and just started drinking.
While you're
There is
in
a
there,
secret that I have. That's the sneeze. The sneeze is, and I said it drunkenly, like just spilled my fucking bloody guts on it, and I can't even believe that I did.
I love the fact that while you two were in there doing that, we were in this chat just looking through the old logs going, okay, what were our numbers?
You actually did that?
Yeah, we were trying to figure out who was everyone else's numbers. The closest I could get to is I think I'm 6 and I think 5 would have been Sage?
No. 5 is Manwolf.
Oh.
And then I picked 1,
Yes.
and I didn't even remember what I picked. I had no idea.
Which made it so much better.
I was just like, we were just fine, and then bloop, I was gone. I was like, oh.
That's it, give it as soon as we saw you got blooped into your chat, we were just like, hey!
Well, mainly because I was like, okay, from the whole beginning of this, we were very skilled, very mature traveling partners who I assumed were pretty high level if we're going after this demon lord dude, whatever. And then I'm like, so am I gonna get levels? Are we gonna level up as we get our memories back? Is it gonna be a collective thing? That still leaves so many unanswered questions.
I will say, my favorite part of this session is how chaotic evil I went, and that Sage was behind me 100%.
That was, yeah.
The thing was, is you guys were supposed to go to the swamp and do that fight first, but Sage had to leave early, and we planned, okay, when she has to leave, do you want to be evil? And she was all like, hell yeah, what's your plan? And I said, when I leave, the Dark Ruler takes over, and she's like, yes! Like, immediate reply. So, yeah, I went a little heavy on the chaotic evil side, and you know what? I absolutely loved it. And the odds and evens, odds had won, which you saw the result of that. Emora got stabbed.
Yeah.
Bert, if you would have chosen evens instead, her wings would have gotten cut off. It was a lose-lose situation.
Fucking better than losing her wings. At least she can still fly.
Yep, it was a lose-lose situation.
That's not a bad deal. I mean,
I just,
Oh boy.
you were the deciding vote.
That's so crazy. That's nuts. What about the other one? We had 2 of them.
Oh my god, what was it? It was with Korric, because I said Korric odds are evens. It was on his turn, too. Oh my god, I can't remember.
Fuck, Lord has taken the memory. Quick, slay a dragon. You may gain it back.
I wish if that was the case. Fuck. But yes, that
So that
being
was the
chaotic
decision.
evil.
That's not a bad thing for. But now what?
Hmm.
I think Emora's got some explaining to do.
Oh, yeah, no, like,
She said some
I-
things during that whole battle that were a little suspect.
I have been slowly building on something here with Rhea when it comes to Emora.
Uh-oh.
But
Oh no, I'm like, uh-oh, as in like, the lore. Go ahead. What is it?
Rhea might be developing a bit of a crush.
Aww.
And I'll just laughing at the idea of, yes, I developed a crush, I get my memories back. I was with Pete!
That's hilarious.
But that's why she's been very much on Emora's side with this whole thing with Kyrish. And why she was like, no, we need to get her back now. We need to get her back. She needs to be healed.
So if I have my memories back, then do I know how to undo the magic that we did to unfuse his body, or is it just she's permanently like this forever?
As Rikku said, you would have to get the original caster involved or divine intervention.
Well, then
And given that there is at least one person that was involved in it that we don't know yet, it
Well,
can't be reversed.
I do know who it is.
Bert does know, but he's too drunk to
Oh.
say anything.
It was.
Like,
pretty
I was about ready to give you the quick rundown as he was healing Emora, and then he was all like, nope, I sneezed. I was like, god damn it, contact.
I sneezed.
fair.
I do. God damn it. Wait a minute. You're like this because it was sneeze? No, you're like
be
this because Magic Shop is way too close to fucking horse stables.
I like that. I'm like this because of a sneeze. Like, the way you said that, I was trying so hard not to fucking giggle.
Which is funny given. Out of character, I'm not surprised. I wrote that shit. Character wise, I'm like. It's like, oh yes, no,
Well,
there
that's
must be
just
some deep,
it.
dark,
The fact-
tragic reason why.
The fact that the dwarf is allergic to horses just totally made sense. And the whole thing just.
Although I will say, I never wrote into it the whole it was also her horse. That's a new one on me, so that definitely took me to outside like, wait, shit, where's the head? Where's the head? Where's the head? Did the horse's head get bitten off, or were we just two corpses fused together?
Oh, you'll have to find out. But I went, so Rhea, it is your turn for the favorite geek out.
Okay, aside from the whole thing with, as I said, the whole building thing between Emora and Rhea, and the whole thing of, even in her state, Emora quite literally thinking of everyone else first, with asking if everyone else is fine. I do like the fact that, okay, this might be just me that was kind of hoping this would happen. But as soon as we got Rikku out and Rikku started trying to kick the shit out of the dragon, I just wanted to get to Riku's turn and Rikku just pulled the dragon's head off.
God damn.
But yeah, I just really enjoyed a lot of that. Like, yeah, it was mainly a combat focused session, but the fact that we managed to get a lot of lore and a lot of character building pushed in through all that as well, that makes me happy.
Yeah, it was like she said, she's a knight until she dies, and a knight is practically you put yourself last. You make sure, like, you are the first one in battle and you are the last one to die, like kind of like a Spartan mentality. And the fact that she was at 0, the only thing that saved her from insta dying was she rolled a decent fortitude save. But she just remembers saying that last line to Kyrish and then waking up to being on horseback. But it's like one of those... She felt it was her fault that you guys got in that situation. So the fact that everyone was alive, she felt she did her job. But yeah, Emora... Let's just say Kyrish is not wrong in his suspicions of her being involved.
Like, I've always had the suspicion that she has been involved in some way. But it's also the case of how, because Kyrish's suspicions are she was involved in some way, and it was devious. My suspicion is she was involved in some way, and something tragic happened that made her just retreat away.
Well, was she forced into it? Is somebody holding the rest of her family hostage? Is it something on she's trying to pay penance for?
You know, you asked about her past back at her house, and it's never come up again.
Nope.
Nope.
We looked into it too deeply.
I mean, obviously, she's made it known that dragons are a big part of that.
Oh.
Why or what?
Oh.
We must go see.
Oh, yes.
I think I've just put 2 and 2 together in my head.
Uh-oh. What is it?
Well, where did we find Rhea's pants?
In the
And
scale
therefore,
of
where was Rhea's lower half? And if she has a aversion with dragons,
Oh boy.
did Rhea get bitten in half by a dragon?
Bert, you can confirm that.
I can.
You can. But we're gonna leave that for next episode when Bert sobers up.
Ah.
Oh, the double-edged sword of trying to drink your memories away after you just got them.
Oh, thank you all so much for listening in and watching. We all hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, comment on your favorite part of the episode, and don't forget to peck that bell and scratch the subscribe button so you can't miss the next episode. We hope y'all are having a great one, and we will see you next week.
Later.
Why?
Bye-bye. DMobo out.